Want to keep up with the latest LEGO Mega 96.1 videos? Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Hello everyone, LEGO Mega 96.1 here with another video. And welcome back to another On This Day in History. It was on this day in history, 80 years ago, the D-Day Invasion took place. Now D-Day, for those who don't know, is about the invasion of Normandy. It's spearheaded it all the way through to take the Nazi capital of Berlin. There was heavy fighting on the beaches of Normandy, all to break through the German lines. Now, if you watch propaganda shorts, and I learned this from Disney when the Disney company was working on propaganda shorts, is targeting those who support fascism. It's not targeting the German people, the Italian people, or the Japanese people. It's those who support fascism. Okay? Now, I was in history class when I was in high school, and I learned about the Second World War. And how do I know this? Because I had several relatives that fought in the war. Some never came home, some came back home to start their life anew, even after the war. Now, I have one relative that served in the 741st Tank Battalion. Now, he survived the war, and even to this very day, many of which never talked about the war, because war's not all fun and games. Battles can leave scars. Actually, wars and battles can leave scars. Some you can't even see. How do I know this? Well, what I'm about to tell you about the D-Day invasion, it's going to be graphic. If you do not wish to be startled or disturbed by what I'm about to say, I suggest that you click away right now. For those who have the stomach, here we go. Now, as the Allies began their invasion of Normandy, Axis troops began firing on the Allies that were landing on the beaches. Now, it's not all fun and games in that fight. People got hurt, or wounded, and people who died. It's not all fun and games. I know for reenacting purposes that they demonstrated how it took place, but in actuality, you could get hurt, or worse, killed. And I learned this from veterans who were in Saving Private Ryan in theaters. They had to leave the audience, they have to leave the theater because whatever they experienced in the war, they could see it again in real life. I mean, they saw it recreated on the big screen. And I saw the D-Day invasion in Saving Private Ryan, which is my favorite World War II movie, and was even touched on by my favorite series, Band of Brothers. Yeah. Now, if D-Day was mentioned in documentaries, whether you watch the History Channel or Military History Channel, it was even in textbooks, most history textbooks. And when you were learning about the Second World War, or you see this picture somewhere in your textbooks. Yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, war is hell, as Sherman said it best. War is all hell. And that's why, even after the Second World War ended, we are still fighting to prevent another world war from happening. So whether you watch propaganda shorts, just remember, But those who don't know history are forever doomed to repeat it. And I'd like to leave you these words of advice, and I want everyone to remember. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You listen twice as much as you talk. So remember, learn from history. If you don't, it will repeat itself. Now, as for the D-Day invasion, many famous units that participated in that battle, one of which was the 101st Airborne, 82nd Airborne. These were American paratrooper infantry regiments, the 2nd Rangers, and even the 741st Tank Battalion. Now, prior to the D-Day invasion, the 101st and 82nd Airborne were dropped down into enemy lines. Now, they were pretty much scattered all over the place because there were no radars. Many of them lost their equipment and their gear, and they had to struggle to find their comrades while trying to not die or get captured. So, yeah. And a little tidbit. In order to know which one is the enemy or a friend, the Allies use code signals, primarily for the Allied forces. When someone says flash, you reply with a thunder. So that way you know which one's a friend, which one's a foe. And now, at this time, I'd like to give a moment of silence for those brave Allied soldiers who fought and died in the D-Day invasion. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this and many other videos I've done on my channel, please feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you can be notified when I upload the next video. And as always, this is LEGO Maker 96 1 signing off.